Hello everybody, welcome back to more esports talk and esports news out there. This being a bit of sad news brought to us by Richard Lewis and Dexerto earlier this past weekend, guys. That being Splyce is apparently now being disbanded and shut down as an esports brand. Now I know a lot of you guys who probably clicked on this are Splyce fans or former Splyce fans. You might know them from a realm of esports out there, CSGO maybe being one of them, League of Legends their more well-noted one. Their parent company Overactive Gaming has now apparently shut them down due to massive layoffs, and that being financial issues, as they actually took over that brand back in November of 2018. So I hope you guys all do enjoy breaking this story down a bit more. It can be summed up though as financial issues, right? The Splyce brand itself in esports has been well known across a few esports, but not widely known, I would say, as compared to some of your top organizations out there. Apparently former employees and several of them have now been laid off or offered severance packages, or they could actually stick it out with the Splyce organization until around December when it's set to be shut down. Primarily, according to Richard as well, it's a focus on their 3 franchise spots. If you guys have not been following Overactive ever since they did acquire Splyce already holding that LEC spot for League of Legends. That's one franchise spot. The Toronto Defiant for Overwatch League, and most recently their Call of Duty spot. I know we have a lot of Call of Duty fans out there, a lot of Splyce fans from Call of Duty as well, having some pretty decent history there alongside a few other esports. So it seems their turn focus is now towards the parent company and those 3 franchise spots in those 3 esports. Everything else, including that Splyce name, is set to be terminated. When it comes to rebranding, renaming some of those teams, of course Toronto Defiant's going to be one of them. That Toronto spot for Call of Duty makes a lot of sense in that joint little partnership there. And yes, they do have apparently a rebrand name set for their Splyce League of Legends team, which will be taking over Mad Lions. If you guys are League of Legends team followers as well, that's already a team they did actually buy out recently as well. So that name is set to become the main name apparently of their main team. I'm not sure if that fully means that LEC team is now going to go from Splyce to Mad Lions. I don't see the brand connection there, but that will be probably the most looked at name rebranding we actually look forward to for League of Legends, as that's one of their more notable rosters, I would say. And what's not really being talked about is, unfortunately enough, this situation resembles a similar situation, that being with OpTic Gaming. Ironically enough, it was actually OpTic Gaming to be bought out by Neil Leibman. I think it was actually November of 2017, eventually by Infinite Entertainment, that being Neil Leibman buying out OpTic Gaming majority shares. Eventually, as many of you guys know, that OpTic Gaming has ceased existence as it once was. November of 2018, Overactive Gaming has now purchased that Splyce brand, and very similarly, guys, they are now shutting down that entire brand. So Splyce fans alike, OpTic fans can probably kind of console with you guys on those feelings. 2 big brands out there in esports. OpTic obviously far larger, but still a huge story here as these giant parent companies come in, they buy out these brands. They not necessarily do the things that those brands wanted them to do, but either way, you have a couple owners who sell out majority shares. No blame towards Hex or Splyce's owners, but they get bought out by parent companies who maybe don't know how to function exactly the best way financially, and all of a sudden OpTic is gone and now Splyce is set to follow. Definitely a sad story. Continues to be sad stories out there as we do approach the Call of Duty franchising, which we're all very worried about, and we're going to see a lot of other teams out there not participating. I think it's going to be a weary year of 2019 and 2020 to see what smaller organizations out there like that of Splyce. I mean, if a big organization like OpTic can fail, just about anyone can, and we're going to see if that list continues to be added to by people selling out or going broke in this gaming scene. But with all that being said, December of this year, guys, we should see the end of Splyce, and we'll see what else happens with the rebranding, renaming of their 3 franchise continued teams, as those will supposedly be the 3 things they do continue with going forward. Until next time, guys, I hope you all enjoy the breakdown of esports and gaming news here every single day. Thank you all for subbing. Thank you all for the great comments. I'll be back here tomorrow sometime very soon to break down some other breaking news. Until then, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.